Hey there, good evening, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So, we're here tonight to do an episode of ranking the songs from an album. The album we've chosen to do, or at least I've chosen to do, is IQ's Dark Matter. So, this is an album that came out, maybe 20 years ago now. So, it's a classic, but I don't really think of it as a classic because I came out 60 years ago. I know, sorry, bad joke. Anyways, arguably, this is a top 5 best album of this century, I think. Might even be the best one. I've grown to love this album a lot. And so I decided that I had to rank the songs on it because I love them all. They're 8s and 9s. That's all there is on this album. 8s and 9s. So there are 5 tracks on this album. And I'm going to do this the way I always do with these rankings, which is my least favorite song to my most favorite song. And talk a little bit about each song. Just a really classic album by a fantastic band. So this album, like I said, came out, I believe, in 2004. Although it might be earlier than that even, but I'm pretty sure it was 2004. I'm just going to see if I can get the sleeve off and see if it says so somewhere. A lot of albums don't say that anymore. They used to be right at the bottom in the liner notes. It would tell you what year the album came out. But it's not so common anymore. I'm not really sure why they got away from that, but they did. It's kind of like in comic books where they used to have that thing up in the corner that would had pictures of who was in the thing and stuff like that. They don't do that as much. Yeah, I believe this was 2004. It's like I thought. So the album, probably IQ's best album. I think there's a couple of albums that are kind of challenging it, but I still think this will end up being the best album by them when I eventually get to the ranking. Whatever that is, I'm not sure. It could be a while because they've got a lot of albums that I haven't explored yet. So anyways, there are 5 tracks on here, like I said. Sacred Sound, Red Dust Shadow, You Never Know, Born Brilliant, and Harvest of Souls are the 5 songs on it. So what I normally do for these rankings is I will give you the least favorite of the tracks and then work my way up to the most favorite or the worst to first if you prefer. But there's no bad songs on here. Like the lowest is probably an 8. That's hardly a bad song. A lot of albums would be lucky to have 1 8 on their album. This one has all of them are above that. So the weakest song on here for me is probably Red Dust Shadow. It's not that it's a great song. It's an absolutely fantastic song. Unfortunately, it's on an album with 4 more fantastic songs. And that's its only weakness, is that it's the weakest of 5 great songs. I do like this cover quite a bit as well. I didn't mention that, but I do like it. This is a much darker album, hence the word Dark Matter, than a lot of their stuff, but still just a fantastic album. So Red Dust Shadow will be the least favorite of the 5 tracks on here. Next up is the opening track, Sacred Sound. This is a bitey song, a little bit bitey, I would say, heavy. Very symphonic, but also very proggy. Proggy as hell, actually. Great track. It's heavy, bitey, and proggy. All 3 things I've said already, but can't say it enough. It's catchy as hell, too. I love the melody or the rhythm section or the beat, if you prefer, whatever you want to call it. Just a killer track. It's not super long, but it definitely is a great opening to this album. The next 3 songs all jump up to 9s. So the first or the weakest is a 9, which is hard to believe that would be the weakest song on an album. You Never Know. This one's a little bit different than the other songs. It's kind of a story. Well, I guess they're all kind of stories, but this one kind of maybe a little less proggy, I guess maybe might be the word to call it. I love the vocals on this one. I think are the best of any of of 5 tracks. Yeah, just really kill it. Peter Nickel, fantastic on this particular track. I just love the way it just gets to that part in the song where he's like almost pleading, and then he almost like gives up and submits. Fantastic track though. Love it. It's my third favorite on the album, or third least favorite, so right in the middle. Next song, Born Brilliant. Great track. This is my number 2. It could have easily been number 1. It might have been number 1 early on. It's got an almost Genesis sound to it, there's a lot of a Genesis sound here. Just some of the beats, I guess, or the melody, just really, really different. It's more of an up-tempo Genesis, I guess you might call, because I think the production here is probably better than a lot of those early Genesis albums, but definitely could be a song on any of those albums. And then last is the longest track on the album. Now, I want to say it doesn't give you the times here. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but I'm going to look again anyways. But I'm pretty sure this is a 20-minute track. It's the longest track on the album for sure. That much I know. It might not give the times here. I'm hoping. I thought it did, but it probably doesn't. I'm just looking here. No, doesn't give you the times of the tracks. But I'm sure this is, it is the longest, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 20 minutes long. Harvest of Souls. This one, almost a kind of Supper's Ready feel to it. Maybe a more modern version of a Supper's Ready, with a lot more kind of keyboard synthesizer parts to it, perhaps. Very clear sounding. Peter Nickel's great on vocals here. I think Paul Cook, fantastic on the drums as well. It's a really well put together track. The whole album is near perfection. So it's my favorite song here, Harvest of the Souls. So I'm going to give them to you in reverse order again. So Harvest of Souls coming in first. Sorry, I don't need these anymore. Can't see anything. Born Brilliant, number 2. You Never Will, number 3. Number 4, the title, or not the title track, the first song on the album, Sacred Sound. And then the last, but definitely great song, Red Dust Shadow. So all these songs have probably moved around a bit at times, depending on what I feel like. But the album, I listened to it again today. Fantastic. It was on my playlist for quite a while. This is an album that's almost certain to be destined to be a masterpiece on my masterpiece collection. And I don't know, it's not close to its time yet. I think it needs another year. Maybe it's this year. I'm not sure. I'd have to go and look and see how long I've had it and how long ago it was on the playlist and stuff. But I'm pretty sure once it gets to the requirements, will be easily made a masterpiece album. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed the ranking of songs off of an album featuring Dark Matter by IQ, their 2004 album. I hope you like this. Please hit the like and subscribe. That really helps the channel. And if you want, you can make comments about the album, or you can rank the songs yourself. If you're familiar with the album, you can do that in the comment section below. And we will be back again tomorrow. I do have a live stream coming tomorrow. I don't know how long it'll go on for. My back is still quite bad and making it difficult to sit in one spot for any length of time. But we'll try to give it a little bit of a try anyways. I hope to see you tomorrow for my Hawkwind collection. So we will see you then. Take care and goodbye.